Hey, good morning. My name is Jeremy, and I am the marketing manager for Limited Run Games.
And we also have someone behind the scenes talking about Gex as well. He'll be a shadow figure in this interview.
Yeah, one of our representatives from the Carbon team.
So, for anyone not familiar with Limited Run, you guys take like old classic video games, going really far back sometimes, like 30 years, and retrofitting them on modern day consoles like PS5 and the Switch. Where do you guys get how does the licenses for these, is it really difficult?
You know, from my position as a marketing manager, I often get delivered material that has already been finalized so that it is ready and presented to the public eye, right? So our fans can go and see what's coming up, pre-order it. All of those decisions, they're made on different levels. However, a lot of it can come down to relationships, timing, and essentially just approvals. And sometimes there are scenarios where it might not be feasible, but those are scenarios where they kind of stay where they are, and what everybody sees is all of the final goods and relationships that have been established. So in terms of licensing, it can vary, but that is unfortunately not a decision that I can make or tell about in detail.
What are you marketing right now in PAX?
PAX. All right, that's a good question. We have 4 awesome releases that are being shown off, where actually people can play. We have Double Shake, Eartheon, Gex, and then Shantae Advance, Risky's Revenge. Risky Revenge.
Gex seems like it's a...
It's Shantae Advance, Risky's Revenge.
Oh, if you don't mind cutting that would be awesome.
And Gex seems like it's like that lost character from the 90s that people have forgotten about. You know, we have had Crash Bandicoot, come back and come and flow, and Sonic and Mario, but Gex got left by the wayside until just now.
Gex is very interesting. So as a child, and then growing up, I was very familiar with Gex, but never had the chance to play it until now. Mm-hmm. And I think one of the coolest things there is what you were talking about earlier, where games from the past are now being put on modern platforms. This is now the time for somebody to experience something they never got to experience. I think stuff like that's really cool. It tugs on the heartstrings and it's very, very nostalgic, which makes everybody feel good.
I saw I just played the first level in the cemetery. Love that. Very
nice.
Spooky vibe. Very indicative of Ghost and Ghouls. Ghost and Goblins, whatever it was called. I just, a few months ago, I got sent a code by a company to play, remember Acrobat?
Yeah. Arrow the Acrobat.
Arrow the Acrobat, Arrow the Acrobat.
We actually did, what platform is that?
Arrow the Acrobat?
That was Super Nintendo.
Super Nintendo game.
Yeah. But I'm playing on PS5.
Yes. I was trying to think. There's so many releases that we do, man. It's hard to keep up with. But yeah, absolutely.
So one of the ones I saw in the you guys also have this showcase of games, which is really great. You put out this. It's not really a retro because it only came out in 2019. Alien Isolation. I love that game. Your game's coming out of the vault, going back into the vault.
Elaborate.
So you have these vault games. What's that about? The Limited Run Vault.
Yeah, so the Vault is a really cool initiative that we have where after everyone gets their copy from pre-order and so on and so forth, what remains from our initial order has to go somewhere, right? And allows customers that might have missed something or maybe they wanted to get another copy. Either way, we put it on our website. And that is it, right? That is the last chance to absolutely get the item. These are, in the beginning, we order incidentals, right? So anything can happen in terms of shipping, where an item can get damaged or lost. We want to make sure that we take care of the customers that made their pre-order. Mm-hmm. So we have to order a little bit extra to cover that. Once they're all fulfilled and everybody's resolved, there's not much that can be done with them. So we wanted to give the opportunity for people to have that final chance. And they can do it right from our homepage at LittleRunGames.com.
This game I was really excited about. I had to pick it up as soon as I saw it, just because original copies of that go for ridiculous amounts of money. That is Clock Tower, the remaster of it. What can you tell us about that?
Oh man.
Because
Personally,
I haven't seen any advertisement for it, so I didn't even know you guys are going to carry that.
you know, that's one of the things I think is interesting. So we do have our pre-orders open for a month, sometimes longer, and when they're done, they often just kind of go. But the cool thing about stuff like this is we take it to our conventions so that people can see them and get them in person. But this is a portion where the Carbon team would be best to kind of talk about this in terms of the detail and the development of it. Seth, what do you have in terms of
Information about Clock Tower.
Yeah, Clock Tower was released, I believe, last Halloween season. It's a collaboration between WayForward and Underrun's Carbon team. Like a lot of the other Carbon re-releases, it has the rewind functionality, save anywhere, but also what's interesting about it is that it's the Super Nintendo version translated into English for the first time.
Oh.
A lot of the enhancements from the PlayStation version.
Okay.
Kind of backported in, so it's like the ultimate version of the game. Yeah, so it's a really cool release.
I only ever got to play it one time when I rented it from a Blockbuster Video. If you're old enough to remember what those things are.
Sure.
It just otherwise it's not on streaming. It's not digitally downloadable, and then it copies again. I could probably look up on my phone if I wasn't recording on it. Go for $200, $300 on eBay, and it's just forget about it. So I never play that much for a video game, even if I was that much of a collector. I'm a collector of horror games. Castlevania is mostly my big thing. I have the digital Castlevania collection, but I own all those Castlevania games already, so getting it again is. Those are the biggest things that I probably collect. When I have a panel today about the history of Batman video games. You guys have no Batman games.
Man, no, we don't, and it's really awesome that is still popular. And personally, Batman's my favorite DC character.
Then you got to come to my panel.
I know. If time permits, absolutely. But Batman needs to constantly have all of his glory put out there. And I would love it if we could do a physical release of one of the games. I don't even care which one, just because I'm sort of biased towards the character.
Right.
But no, that is a question I have as well. Why not any Batman games?
Licensing issues. Probably a very expensive license.
That's why one of the things I like to do personally is wait until all the materials are ready before I look at them, so that I can have that sense of excitement and happiness when I see something. So if it ever comes about, by the time everybody else sees it, I'll be seeing it at the same time.
What are you currently playing? What do you collect from your own booth?
Oh man, I would have to say Turok is very, very nostalgic.
I have Turok on the Switch from you guys.
Used to play that all the time with my father and my brother as a kid, so it really stands out. I believe earlier you said Gargoyles.
I have the Gargoyles for PS4. Yep.
Yeah, Gargoyles is very much hitting home. Watching the cartoon as a kid.
And the comic books brought it back into popularity by Dynamite. They're going to do a crossover with the Fantastic Four coming up.
I didn't know that.
Yes, there's a Gargoyles Fantastic Four crossover. The end of the, it was announced a few months ago, so it wasn't a big spoiler, but at the end of the Gargoyles Demona issue 0 for Free Comic Book Day that came out last week.
Yeah.
So it's a Demona series that's coming, and then at the end, the Gargoyles see a giant flaming four in the sky, and they go to investigate. And obviously readers immediately knew the four is Johnny, the Fantastic Four, and they get there, and it's the Baxter Building, and the Fantastic Four greet them.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Just an unusual crossover. The Gargoyles and the Fantastic Four. You would think maybe Ghost Rider or something, but no, it's the Fantastic Four and the Gargoyles are going to team up.
Yeah, no, it reminds me of the, I can't remember what it was, but they had the Batman and TMNT.
Yeah, they've done a few Teenage Mutant Ninja shows, and they did an animated movie.
Yeah, I love that stuff.
They have something that they should make a video game of is, or animated film, is Legendary and Warner Brothers teamed up to do, because Warner Brothers has the rights to the Godzilla Monsterverse. They have Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong and Godzilla versus Justice League versus Kong 2 coming. It's a comic book series. And currently being written by Tim Seeley right now is Masters of the Universe meets Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So He-Man and the gang team up with the Turtles to fight Skeletor, Shredder.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
Speaking of Turtles, that's another release.
Yes, the Shredder's Revenge, and now you guys have the Collector's Edition, which has like Yosaki Yojimbo and Karai in it. So.
Yep, absolutely. That's something where I had to splurge and buy for my own company. But not my company, excuse me, but the company I work for.
The company you work for.
Yep.
What other cool horror games do you have out that you can showcase?
What? Let's see. Forgotten Anne, I think. No, that's not one. Boy, you're putting me on the spot there with that question. There was one that we distributed. Martha is Dead.
Okay. Zombies Ate My Neighbors.
You know, as a kid, I would say that would have been the scariest game ever. I used to be fearful of zombies.
I love that game. I got that one from you guys too.
Yep. God, what's another horror game?
Besides all the Castlevania stuff, which you got that great poster for Castlevania. Do you guys auction that off? Let me know. Oh, it's just part of the wall. I thought that was real.
Dude, when I saw this room for the first time, I thought it was.
You thought that was real too? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Jeez, that's awesome. Yeah. But I love that image of from Castlevania 3.
Yep. God, what is it? Dusk. Dusk is at FPS.
I don't know that one.
I guess you can say Doom. Maybe
Okay, yeah, Doom,
horror,
yeah,
maybe?
Quake, sci-fi horror.
Yeah,
and the new Doom's coming in May.
Yeah.
Shocked there's no Doom like, where's the Doom booth?
So I was saying.
Where the hell's id?
The last time I came to PAX was 2020.
Yes,
and,
they had a
that's
Doom
when-
booth for the game that came out just in time for us to go into lockdown.
Yeah, I
it's like
know.
that, Last of Us Part 2, and Animal Farm Planet, whatever the Nintendo's Animal
Animal Crossing. Yep.
all came out within the first month of us all having a shelter at home.
Yep.
So it was just like, just put those games out, make all the money, and everyone's staying home.
Yep. But man, but that just lets me know that something big is coming.
That was the last big PAX with a lot of big developers.
Yep.
And even then, some people were pulling out because the COVID had already broken out in February before the PAX. So,
Yep.
and we all kind of scoffed it up, and that's going to be nothing a year later.
Yeah. But I'm glad to see everybody coming back together, and one of these at some moment in time today, I'm excited to go around and see the rest of the show.
Cool. Where can people find all of your games?
LimitedRunGames.com.
Cool. And the vault's the same website for the case they need to find something that they saw here in the showcase.
You'll absolutely see a header at the top that's got the vault on there.
Cool.
And then something excited there is we do drops regularly where
Cool.
items are coming in waves.
I got to check the website because I want one of those alien isolations.
Look, I love that. That was one of the last thing I'll tell you here is that before my position, I was project manager. That was one of the last projects I worked on.
Awesome.
It was absolutely.
What do you add to your version?
I'm sorry?
What did you add to your version? It's like all the DLC stuff, right?
Yeah, it's a complete package on the cart.
Okay.
And then in the collector's edition, we have the Sevastopol station replica. It's got a VHS style classic edition box on the inside, so
Gotcha.
it's like the retro VHS setup.
Cool.
But ultimately, it just looks amazing.
Awesome. Thanks, man.
Yes, sir, absolutely. Thank you.